We're live. All right, what's up, everybody? First team podcast. We have some new microphones and some new faces. So we are going to shoot the shit on this Friday and get into some coaching stuff collectively as a team. Maybe make fun of each other a little bit, praise each other a little bit, and then have some fun. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
How you doing?
Hello.
It's weird holding the microphone.
See, we're seasoned at the podcast. These two aren't. They're like,
Yeah.
hello?
I literally
Hello?
feel center
But I don't
stage
know if
right
we've
now.
ever-
Lights on.
You are. Are you
Done
camera
that.
shy?
Nervous. Yeah. I like it, dude.
He's about to like cry.
I want to hide it.
I'm so
like
nervous.
a turtle. I want to crawl into my shell.
All right. Anyways, we figured that we would do this, and remember to keep your microphone near your mouth when you're talking. Check. We figured we'd dive in and just kind of have some fun with this one and go over some various topics, which we had Kyle chat GPT, the top fitness trends that are in the space, and figured we could just go in and dismantle them completely. So what do we got for the first one?
First one it gave us here is wearables and recovery scoring.
You guys all.
I know.
As-
Sleep
as
scores.
we're wearing-
Yeah.
I mean,
New.
tell me how good that works, because I do not wear any wearables. I got no sleep scores to go off of.
I think it depends how you use it. I've used the Whoop, Garmin, Apple Watch. I think it can give you great data, but if you're not using it or sometimes you don't have to use it, I don't think it can be beneficial there. But I think there are good ways. I know John's always worn his Garmin and loves it.
I have one specific question. If you have a bad sleep score and you see it, does that affect your training that day? Like a placebo effect?
No.
Like,
No.
do you feel so if you have a terrible sleep score, you could still train the same and feel just
Yeah.
as good or do just as good in a workout?
I would probably look at the training readiness more than the sleep score. Because, like, sleep score is whatever it is on any given day.
Oh, what's the difference?
So your training readiness will take, like, your workload from the week, and then it will probably bring in your sleep score somewhere in there, and then your metrics. And it will be like, hey, you still, or at least mine says you still have, like, 30 hours of recovery. But, like, it's not a hard line. You can still train on it. It just might not be peak. And I use it with a little bit of grace because I'm not going to trust the watch rather than how my body is feeling. But if it does say I have like 90 hours of recovery, I'll probably take an easy rest day or something like that. But I look at like my resting heart rate, my HRV, sleep score, kinda. I just use it to match Courtney and see if I can beat her at night.
Yeah,
honestly.
what's your HRV usually in?
101?
What?
What is an HRV?
Heart rate variability.
Okay.
So like
My-
the higher, the lower it is, I think it's like
Oh.
more stress your body is feeling.
I'm like 60s to 70s.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I was like, I don't, maybe in the 90s once, but, well, I'm jealous. Okay.
I think the problem with Garmin though is that it's more of like an endurance athlete's watch. So like when we have a long workout, it'd be like you need to recover for 3 days. And be like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But also, I don't wear it at jiu-jitsu either. So like, it doesn't really have that accurate of data. So I don't know.
I just always wondered if I wore one and I saw like, okay, because I generally don't get as much sleep these days with the baby. And so if I saw like, oh man, my recovery is terrible or my sleep was terrible, like, but I felt okay to go higher intensity in a workout, would I just be purposely scaling back more than I could because my sleep score is constantly terrible? That's why I don't wear one. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Yeah. I
Like
don't
if
think
I'm
I've.
just day after day, like your sleep quality was garbage, I'd be like, all right, well maybe I'll take it easy today.
Yeah.
So I think that's where how you use it comes in. It's like, that might not mean like, well, I'm not going to work out, but
Yeah.
maybe it's, okay, what am I doing about my sleep habits, my sleep hygiene? If I know that my sleep score is really bad every day, are there certain things I can do to fix that rather than seeing that and be like, I'm not training hard today?
Yeah.
You can train on little sleep. Like,
Yeah.
Or maybe
like
that's
3 hours of sleep,
yeah.
you'd be fine.
Or maybe that's good for people to know, because like if a lot of people wear the wearables, which I've seen some people wear them, like maybe it's an excuse for them not to come in because they're like, oh, I gotta recover today.
Yeah, I think take it with a grain of salt. I think the more you wear it, the longer you have data, the more you'll kind of understand where you can and where you should kind of listen to it or look at it. Like if I'm feeling like I'm getting sick, I'll look at my resting heart rate, and if it's higher, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rest and make sure I don't get sicker or
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that's gone off of that and not trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it, but
Also with that, like I try using the 2-day rule sometimes, whether it's off that data or just like how I'm feeling. Like if I'm not feeling great one day, okay, I can still come in, get a hard workout, whatever it is. But then if it's back-to-back days or it's 3 days in a row, that's where I look at it and it's like, all right, maybe I'm gonna get a rest day.
Mm.
yeah, I like that.
I hate that the Whoop doesn't tell time. And honestly, the thing that I use the most on this Garmin, I swear
I
this
didn't
is
even know they had
this is
those.
the most useful flashlight that
Oh
I've
my
ever seen.
God.
And I will say, if Garmin, if you ever watch this podcast, when you tell me 5 minutes into
Made
a
it.
run that my performance score has dropped by 5 points, like, that's mentally taxing. Like, you can wait until the end of the run to tell me that.
Oh, that's not
faster.
fair.
5 minutes in, I'll be like, all right, I feel pretty good on this run, and it's like performance score negative
See,
5.
that would be me. If
Yeah.
I wear it, I'd be like, I just stop.
Yeah.
All right.
No point in
Hack it
going forward.
in.
But yeah, I think the more you wear it, the more you know what to listen to, what not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't live like hard and fast
No.
by it.
We did get you a wearable, and I haven't seen you wear it.
That
Because
is
I
true.
don't
Where
know
is
how
it?
to set it. It's impossible, and all
Yeah,
the
but
directions
it's-
are in Korean. So I would love to wear my unicorn watch. I
For
got.
those of you that are out of the inside joke, we got Nick a unicorn watch so that he could tell time during class.
I actually tried seriously to set it. I have zero clue.
Time
But,
to learn Korean.
Kyle, we got to
Yeah.
stick Kyle on.
Google it.
The brains of the operation.
What's the next one?
AI coaching and smart programs. This one's interesting. I was actually talking about it this morning with AI programs because I've gone in there just to play around with it. We've done this before. You can get a cookie cutter program out of it. I do not think that it's taking our jobs, but I think what's important to remember with that is like, yes, you can have these progressions, you can have this program laid out for you, but as coaches, it's like seeing how you feel that day. Maybe these movements didn't look good, so we're going to change something, whatever it is. So it kind of gives you like that base program. Like you can look up free programs anywhere, but it doesn't always fit what you need exactly. And then those adjustments there, I think that's what it's missing.
Well, I feel like the AI right now, I feel like is only as good as the person that's like asking it the questions. So if you want something like simple, like you said, you could get it. But you don't know what your coaches know in terms of what you need to either adjust on the fly or whatever. So it's like you wouldn't know how to modify or what to ask maybe. to
AI
get the-
can't tell that you're not squatting below parallel.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Maybe, I don't know if any of you will know this. Like back in the day going to the gym, did anybody get like workout templates off T Nation?
No, I don't know
No.
what that is.
So
Yeah, I
you
don't
would
know.
just go in and like it would have a title and you would go with the catchiest title. It's like massive biceps.
Yes.
And then it would just give you like a 4-week generic program. It's like we always say, like there's no magic in the movements that you do. The magic comes from the coach that knows you. They know how you're feeling when you walk in. They know your movement quality. They know how you are progressing over time. It's like, I think that's the missing link that AI cannot provide, where it's not going to get to know you to a point of seeing what you're doing and understanding what you need, both mentally and physically, because that's where coaching comes in my mind. It's not just telling you what to do. It's kind of emotionally taking you through that as well. But I do think it's good for like, oh, if I need to hit 150 grams of protein, it's like, yo, what meals can I do with this? And it'll give you like a recipe off whatever website. I think it's good for that. I have asked it for like a quick arm pump before. Like, I need an arm pump in 10 minutes, ChatGPT. What do you got? And it delivered.
Yeah, that makes more sense than like actual coaching.
Yeah.
That's not coaching, but
Yeah.
What would you say as the nutrition person here about
Mhm.
getting your nutrition off of ChatGPT?
no comment.
Okay.
Only because we don't have enough time.
Honestly, like, recipes, yes. Other than that, it's probably even to a higher degree that ChatGPT does not know you both mentally and physically.
Yeah.
And it's like it never will be able to have that piece of what a coach can fill to guide somebody along that journey. I don't think it ever will.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
But if you want bigger biceps in 10 minutes.
What else we
All
got?
right, let's see what else we got on here. Oh, this is a good one. Recovery culture, cold plunge and sauna obsession.
Neither. Hot tub is the best by far. I love a hot
If you have a
tub.
hot tub, like, can we get a
about-
hot tub? Can we replace the sauna with a hot tub?
Honestly, I would.
a
We could probably
bubble.
get like a corner unit, 5-person hot tub.
I'll be in there all day.
Sounds like a pain.
What about the face only cold plunge? I know you're big on
All
that.
right. I'll come out in the
Forgot about
open. I like dipping my face in ice water in the morning, and I did it before that guy went on Instagram and did it and became super
But you didn't
popular.
use Saratoga water.
Huh?
You didn't use Saratoga
I didn't
water.
use Saratoga water. I used
Methuen.
Methuen tap water.
The best. The best.
Best.
Build that immune system.
Oh, one tray of ice cubes, and after the first couple days, I realized that I didn't enjoy not being able to breathe first thing in the morning, so I bought a $10 snorkel off Amazon, and now I just dunk my face in for 2
That's
minutes with the
insane,
snorkel.
dude.
So you're still doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, we love consistency. So
Yeah.
even if it sounds like ridiculous,
Here's
quote unquote, like
Yeah.
you're consistently doing it. So
I think like
That's
the,
huge.
the biggest thing with those recovery things is like, if it makes you feel good, great.
Yes.
Do it. Like, you're not gonna find this magical scientific data that backs up. I mean, maybe with the snorkel, but you're not gonna find a magical data that says like cold plunging is going to be the missing link for your fitness journey. But
Yeah.
if it makes you feel good, if you like feeling like death for a couple minutes first thing in the morning every morning, yeah, fine, go for it. I don't.
yeah, I don't like cold plunge. I've
I-
tried.
I can deal with my face. Like even a cold shower, I'm good. I'd rather a hot shower. But my
Yeah.
face feels good. I'm fine with that.
I think with the recovery culture, it's tough because you go on Instagram and you see all these athletes and that's what they're doing. They're cold plunging, they're getting in the sauna, whatever it is. But a lot of these people are high level athletes, like CrossFit Games athletes, so they're doing all the other stuff. They're just
Yeah.
looking to get that small margin of improvement. Like
Yeah.
they are hitting the low hanging fruit. They're eating well, they're sleeping, which is what is most important in that recovery, and then they're going and doing these things. I think, like you said, like cold plunges, if they feel good, great. Realistically, they're not doing a ton for you.
Yeah. Hot take. In order to need recovery tools, you have to work hard first.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if don't expect if you sleep like crap and if you eat not great that doing a cold plunge or the sauna is going to make anything better. So trying to get nutrition dialed in and your recovery of like things that you have a little more control of, hopefully like sleep and rest days and things like that. If you can dial those in, like Kyle said, cherry on top for the other stuff.
It's like that idea of like filling up the jar. It's like 3 big rocks, but everybody's trying to fill it up with little particles of sand. It's like
Right.
nutrition, sleep, exercise. Get the basic stuff first, and then if it makes you feel good, makes you feel good. Like Nick
What?
sits in there with the lights off and
Oh.
lo-fi music on. Like if he needs that,
Or
he
his
needs it.
storm sounds.
In the sauna? Oh, my thunderstorm sounds? You might come in midday and hear a thunderstorm in here with the lights
One of
off.
the craziest things
I'm
I've
just
walked in on.
sitting in the dark, dude. I go to sleep with that, so it's my happy place.
Honestly, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
It works, man.
Mhm.
It works. Try it.
Placebo's a thing.
Next thing on here, we got high intensity everything. So hit boot camps, Orange Theory, CrossFit knockoffs, 30-minute shred classes.
Love good boot camp.
It doesn't just say CrossFit, it says CrossFit,
CrossFit
knockoff.
knockoffs.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
good.
Before
Okay,
reading
good.
it, I made sure I was like,
You accidentally just put CrossFit in there.
I absolutely love when people bash CrossFit, but they make the poorly thought out knockoffs that they
Fit
provide
cross?
to their
hybrid
members
athletes.
and stuff like that. It's like if you're using it, like you know it works, just call it what it is, and you can stop getting mad at us for saying that we do crazy shit and we're weird, but whatever.
But yeah, I think the biggest one in here is just high intensity everything. Some days aren't high intensity. You know, like today we had the deload squats, and you need that. I mean, you can talk to the programming of those. Like, yes, we do need those high intensity days, but sometimes we have those longer, whether it's a zone 2, whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking to me. Oh, hi. I was like
Oh,
the lights in
hello.
my eye. Yeah, you need variation with everything, and you can find intensity with everything that you're doing. It's just going to look different. Like it doesn't need to be a 2-minute sprint for things, but I think if you're giving 100% with whatever you're doing, that's more beneficial. But I mean, I know CrossFit uses intensity in their definition, but you
Relative
don't.
intensity.
Yeah. So depending on what you're doing versus the things that you listed are, I mean, I don't know much about them. I did do a year of like high intensity like HIIT classes prior to joining CrossFit, and it's not, I don't know, it got boring, but I could see that making it harder to recover if you're not giving yourself like
Yeah.
different things, if you're just doing 30-second
Like,
things
I
every day. I don't know.
really good CrossFit programming takes you on that journey of ebbs and flows. And it's like if you look at Kristen's programming, it shows it like today. We're having a deload week on back squats, or we had jump rope practice yesterday. And it's like you want to go back to the other thing about recovery. Well, if your programming is taking into consideration your body pushing some intensity and then backing down a little bit with some skill work, it's like that, in my eyes, is really good CrossFit programming. Whereas, you know, what we talked about on the last podcast, people are chasing the dopamine hit, the endorphins. If you're just going, you know, absolutely crazy for 60 minutes every class and you chase that high, yeah, like that's where you think that it's working, but I don't think it's doing any benefit to your body long term, even short term. But
You could even be doing you could even be doing yourself a detriment by just going balls to the wall every time you come in here, because you can't get better at things when you're going high intensity. You're just doing, like, you should be doing what you're good at high intensity that you can do well, but you're not like, I don't think you're improving upon skills when you're operating at that high of an intensity. So you need kind of the back down days so you can work on things and, you know, then take them into those high intensity workouts. But yeah,
I'm curious what you guys think is like when people initially hear high intensity, they think 110% gas pedal. Whereas like when I think about high intensity now, from doing this for a very long time and, you know, learning a lot, is that, you know, sometimes high intensity can still be 85%. Or, you know, sometimes high intensity can be an EMOM that doesn't really start to hit until the 15th minute, right? It doesn't always have to feel like you're like peeling back the curtain and stepping on the gas pedal. Like high intensity, I would say, is anything above, I don't know, 70%, 65%. I'm curious what you guys think.
If you, I mean, how many times have we, I'm curious for you guys too, but I've had people come in and they're like, oh, I just don't feel great today. I'm like tired. I'm okay. And we tail back their workout, and then they're like, oh, I had such a great workout. They were able, so if their energy is at like a 70, they were still giving me 100% of what they could because we found something that worked for them.
Yeah.
And I love hearing that when people come in, they're sluggish, but then they had a great workout. They got into a groove and they feel better after. So I think that's a really great thing about CrossFit is that we can still find people's 100% for what they can give that day.
Yeah, I love asking people like that same thing. Be like, oh, you know, I'm feeling like crap. It's like, whoa, can you give me 60%? Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Or how are you feeling? 60%? Yeah. It's like, okay, can you give me 100% of that 60%? Yeah, I can do that. That's high intensity.
Sometimes
to me.
people just need permission
Yeah.
to,
not come in here and do the most difficult
Yeah.
version of
Yeah.
what we're doing.
and then they
across
feel
the board.
better
Yeah.
and they are able to push a little more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's also important with that, like, even if they have 70%, like, it doesn't always have to be you're given 100% of that 70.
No.
Because, you know, if you know you're coming in tomorrow and the next day as well, like maybe we're giving 50 today, but then you're going to feel good and you're going to be able to give 100% of your 90% tomorrow. Especially our people that come here 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be everything you have every single day. It's just how can we make sure that you're consistent, still getting a good workout every day. So maybe today it's just like, all right, I'm just moving through this one, but I know that's going to allow me to go hard in tomorrow's workout, whatever it
Yep.
is.
Especially with new people too. It's like we want them to end on a good note, feel like they have still some energy to give. Know that like if they're doing 3 days a week, they'll be okay. Like they might be a little sore on that off day and then they're able to come back in the next time, their, you know, second or third day of that week. So telling them to tail back is helpful because it gives them like a good introduction. I feel like they're not coming in and feeling like they're being thrown at the wall immediately. So
Yeah. I think another way to word it is training with purpose, right?
Mhm.
Because if you go to a, you know, big commercial access gym and you watch 99% of the people in there, they're not doing anything purposefully. Like they're just kind of doing things. When you come in here, like, yeah, CrossFit is great because you can get an awesome workout in 10, 15, 20 minutes, or you're moving for 60 minutes throughout the duration of class. But every time you come in here, if you think about doing that workout and training with a purpose, which having something on a whiteboard that's like, hey, this is the thing that I need to execute today, it allows you to simplify it to a point where I think you can do things with purpose. And I think that's what makes the intensity part of CrossFit so beneficial, is it forces people to purposefully train with what they do. And that could be across a number of different things. You know, it could be a heavy lift, it could be skill work, it could be anything. As long as it's purposeful, I think it has intensity.
And that's what's good about CrossFit, is where our list is like never ending of all the things that we can do. So it gives us something different to do every day, where it's just, hey, we're going to only work on handstands, or we're going to do a really heavy back squat, or we're going to run 3 miles. So it allows us to change up so many different things, and still challenge people.
Yeah.
So we agree with that point, or we don't? High intensity all the time?
No, I don't want it to. No.
To their definition, no.
Yeah.
Intensity and purpose to how we just dropped knowledge. Yeah.
Next one on here, quick fix strength programs.
This is maybe
I
you're wrong.
think, especially with what we do in here and the people that we work with, we're trying to get them in long term, and it's about fitness as long as we can have that fitness, rather than these quick fix programs where it's like, okay, I don't need you to hit your goals by next week. We have you hopefully long term. So that's why, you know, when we have overhead squat days, some people are PVC overhead squatting, and maybe they're not getting the strength from that, but we're working on that range of motion. We're working on those positions. Yeah, we might have them front squat with it, but it's like, I don't need you to have a 300-pound overhead squat tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Or even an overhead squat. Like, I feel like a lot of people get discouraged when they can't do something in here, but the exact reason that you're in here is that you're going to be open to learning some new things, and also understanding is we have years of correction to make from, you know, maybe not doing anything or a sedentary lifestyle. To expect somebody in their 40s or 50s that is just starting this journey to grab a PVC and do a perfect overhead squat, it's like slim. Like, maybe sometimes, but you know, you're gonna feel tightness. But doing it over time, a long time, that's what's gonna get you in better positions. Even if you never get a perfect one, you're still gonna be better than when you started.
Yeah.
Come on, that wasn't that perfect.
No, I think though, like, depending on your goals when you come in here, it's you can feel like you need to do every single thing that we do, and overhead squats is a good example of one. Like, if you're maybe at a certain age, or you know, have a particular goal that doesn't involve specifically needing to be able to overhead squat, like you're not going to be doing competitions or anything that has it in there. There's other ways that you can get the benefits of like shoulder stability or core stability or whatever it is, or increase your, you know, mobility in your shoulders that doesn't involve holding the barbell overhead. So like, it's okay to come in here and do PVC squats and get some strength with front squats and work on that stability stuff other ways. Like, you don't have to, even if you come in here like, I'm never gonna overhead squat. I think when I hear someone come in and say like, I'm never going to do something, I'm initially skeptical, because it's like, all right, well, let's take a look first and see like what we're working with, and you know, if we can improve it or make you better. But if you're at a certain age, or you have certain goals that don't include needing to do that specifically, like, it's okay to not do something that we do in here, because we have like you said, a bunch of different things that we can do, and a lot of them overlap in what they provide us in terms of strength and stability and all that stuff.
Yeah, I do want to say I think it's important to still challenge yourself,
Yeah.
especially as you're getting older. And that can be in different ways, but
Yeah.
I think, like, even why I hired a coach, because I will not do things just because I feel like I'm not strong enough or I'm not comfortable. So, like, having somebody break it down for me so that I am still working on challenging myself, I think there's something that helps, not necessarily in the gym, but helps yourself outside the gym of, like, doing hard things.
Yeah.
Hence
Yeah.
our
I feel like that's a
Gym
type
motto.
of person too, though. Like, if you could, maybe anyone could do anything that we do in here, but some of it will come down to what you do on your own. And like, if you only come in here 3 days a week and you're not doing maybe because you're too busy or whatever the reason, if you're not doing anything else outside of the 1 hour class that we have 3 days a week, like that should factor into your expectations on what you get. You know, if you're something that's so tight in the overhead squat and it's been years, it's like, all right, well, we either need to do a little bit more on our own if it's a goal of ours and we like challenging ourselves and we want to get this, or just accept like, all right, that's okay. You know, I'll build my strength in this area other ways. You know, I don't know. No, say what you want to say, Kristen. Say it.
Do it.
You want to find a coach good enough to still get you to be able to do that if you're coming in 3 days a week. Your coach is doing a disservice if they can't challenge you to still help you with your goals.
Okay, so what do you
Ideally,
say
it's
to
the-
someone that comes into our gym only 3 days a week and has
Mhm.
been doing the same thing for years with no improvement?
I think you need to find a buy-in to challenge them.
Okay, what's an example of a buy-in for an overhead squat?
Even just like getting them to get the bar overhead with a good shoulder position and their rib cage down and just having them hold that.
But they
Mm.
cannot get their arms back. The bar is constantly out in front of their head.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
I think the biggest thing with that was just managing expectations. So it's not you'll never get this. It just might take a little bit longer, and that's okay. Like there are things that we're going to challenge you to eventually get to those positions, but you know, we get people that come in here and they get frustrated when they're not able to do this, and it's like we're going to keep pushing you to get to that point, but understanding like, hey, if you are just coming in 2-3 days a week, maybe you're only seeing that overhead position one of those days, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It might take a little bit longer, but just them understanding that, and that's okay. Like we said,
Yeah.
we don't need you there next week.
Yeah.
It's like we have this plan. It might take a little bit longer explaining that to them, but like Kristen said, like still challenging them to do those.
Oh,
certain
totally.
things.
Totally. I would never say like come in and don't do it. But if you're someone that like comes in and gets frustrated because you're consistently PVC overhead squatting and you're never getting onto the barbell and your overhead position is never improving, then it's like, all right, well, as a coach, like we'll pay attention to those people in class. Like I've had people where I've been like, you know, you can try this and that to help improve your front rack or your overhead position. Here's some good things to do before you come into class. You come in a little early, or some stuff to do on the side. But it's like, how much more can we do when we have a class of 15 plus people to hone in on one person's overhead position and challenge them to a point where they're doing more than just coming into 3 classes a week?
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. It's a trajectory thing, right? It's the same thing with like a pull-up. If somebody's like, oh, I want to pull up, right? Well, if you're just coming to classes, you're going to get exposure to that pull-up maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. So like, it's not to say that you're not going to get a pull-up, but the trajectory of getting that pull-up to probably the image that's in your mind is a lot longer than if you came in and precisely started working on pull-up stuff 3, 4, 5 days a week.
Yes.
And then like
Yeah.
even with the overhead squat, like yeah, there's people that, you know, might have a challenge for the rest of their life getting into that position. But my rebuttal back to that is the same thing with like squat therapy, right? I will never have a perfect squat therapy, but the fact of trying to do it makes my other squats just a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then, you know, challenging. Now, would I do squat therapy in a workout? No, because it's going to ruin the exercise piece of it and like the sweating and the intensity portion. But practicing that stuff, even if it doesn't look like what everybody else is doing, it's valuable because it's going to make those other things incrementally better.
I think a good example of that is the squat cycle we're doing right now,
Mm.
like challenging people to get a little bit better in those things. Like we have notes on people, and that helps us. Like you said, like in a big class, we have individual notes, and it's like, okay, this is what this person was squatting to last time. Let's make that depth a little bit deeper. Let's take off a plate, whatever it is. And I think that's the best way that we can stay on top of making sure those people are progressing in those certain things. Obviously, there's movements. Again, the schedule, they got other things going on. Life gets in the way where maybe they're missing a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is of this. But that's, I think, the best way that we're able to handle those situations.
Yeah. And I think I'll end it on this because we got to get to noon class. It's like when you come in, like we have that expectation as your coaches. We know that you have other things going on. We know that you have kids. We know that you have a job. We know that you get busy. We know that you're very well not going to be able to make it in 3, 4, 5 days a week every single week, right? And that's why we take that longer trajectory to whereas, you know, if you're just continually checking the boxes, but also communicating with us and allowing us to help you, Like, yeah, over time, we are going to get you better with the full-on understanding that you're not able to dedicate 6 days a week, multiple hours to just this one thing. We want to show you that it is doable the right way.
Totally.
All right.
That was fun.
Everybody drop.
No.
All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. We will do more of these more often. And as always, even though, again, you never answer us, if you have any ideas on topics, just let us know. Adios.
Katie's gonna
Bye.
have crazy FOMO for this.